Welcome to Fine Arts with me, Katie Cordy. Today I'm going to teach you how to draw one of my favorite mythological creatures, dragons. I'll be using paper, pencil, and crayons, but you can use any medium of your choice. So our first step to drawing a dragon is going to be our head. When we begin our head might be a million different shapes, depending on what kind of dragon you want to draw. I'm just going to draw a basic head of a dragon. Then I make a straight line, and then I'm going to make a U, and then I'm going to make another straight line. This will be my jaw. So right now I have a wedge-like shape. Then I'm going to begin with my eyes. I'm going to do a straight line, one slightly down, and then a straightish line. And this gives me a fairly decent basic dragon eyeball. My next step is going to be to add a little nostril, which is like a teardrop. And then, of course, dragons have nice, long mouths. Maybe you'll decide that your dragon needs some teeth. Our next step is going to be our horns, and you can add so many different kinds of horns to your dragon's head. Dragons can be customized in a million different ways. For instance, you may decide to go with small horns like those of a deer, spikes, ears, or fur, or none at all. I like to do slightly curved ones. And your dragon might even have two different types of horns, or multiple sets of horns. So for instance, maybe they're going to have curly horns on the bottom. Your dragon might have a spike on the top of his nose or even on the bottom of his chin. Our next step is to draw the neck. And our neck is going to be like a soft S shape. Your neck might be short, it might be long, might be wide. It all depends on what kind of dragon you're drawing. And if you want, you can begin giving your dragon spikes or fins or fur. Sometimes I like to add a little line here to remind me of where my neck ends so that I can begin my body. Your dragon's body may be thick and muscular or thin like a snake. A dragon's body can say a lot about it. Is it a pudgy baby dragon or an elegant Chinese dragon? My body's going to start below my neck, and then it's going to essentially be almost like a jelly bean shape. So this makes my simple body. And then, of course, I need a tail. Thick, thin, short, long, your choice. My next step is to add my wings, if I want any. Your wings may be like a bat's, have feathers or extra wing fingers, be more like a pterodactyl, or even have butterfly or dragonfly wings. I'll show you how to draw traditional wings. For my wings, I'm going to start with a sharp, soft shape. My wings are going to be fairly small since I don't have a lot of room on my paper currently. Then I'm going to do a slight curve, almost like a very shallow rainbow. If I want, I can give my dragon a wing thumb or even a wing arm. And then I'm going to give my dragon as many or as few wing fingers as I desire. I'm just going to do 3. And then connect them with U's. You can connect all the way to your back if you want, but since wings aren't literally on the spine, but rather off to the sides, you can see this on birds and on bats, I'm going to have mine go slightly onto the body. And of course, you can continue your spikes if you so wish. And a classic dragon triangle for a tail. Tails may have the traditional triangular spade, fins, a club tail, spikes, fur, or even a tail like Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon. Our next part is going to be our legs, or our flippers if we so desire. A simple way to do them is to draw a funny looking L and then mimic that to get an arm. Then we can do a little mini rainbow for our claws, as many toes as we desire. The hind legs are slightly different. They can be drawn the same way if you want, but if you want to get fancy, you can do almost like a really weird S or a backward Z and then mimic that. Mirroring is very handy. Then, just like with the front paws, we can do rainbows to make claws. And then all we have left are any details we so desire. For instance, your dragon might have belly lines, might be breathing fire, it might have accessories, a background. Whatever suits your fancy. You can even mirror the hind legs if you want to give more depth. And then I'm going to do the front legs too. This is a very basic dragon body that now I'm going to color. There we go. A simple, basic, very colorful dragon.